everybody. Imagine he sees this. This guy doesn't even know my name. He's smiling at me. This point, I'm like, that's it. I'm in love. Is that crazy? Am I the crazy one? Welcome back to episode 3 of my Sunday safe space. Now, you're probably thinking, Rebecca, this isn't exactly the setup we looked at last time. Oh, let's see if we can get that in there, because that's cute. And you'd be completely correct. But if you watched to the end of last week's video, I was kind of discussing like whether or not I preferred having this as my backdrop or changing it back to here. But I think this is just a little bit cuter, so this is what I'm going with. If we hate it, just let me know and I can change it for next week. Yeah, okay, let's get chatting. I was thinking maybe we could go through a few of the things that I got for my birthday, which is super exciting. It was the best birthday I've ever had. It was so, I've never felt so cherished and appreciated by people before in my life. I want to talk about being the life of a hopeless romantic. I don't know if anyone else out there is a hopeless romantic, but I've come to terms with the fact that I am. I mean, I feel like it was pretty obvious to everyone else because I read quick short romance novels every day. I'm just obsessed, and it really hit me today because, ooh, nails. Okay, I'll just tell you the story, and imagine he sees this, but I'm just gonna tell you anyway. So if you guys don't know already, on your birthday week, if you download like apps like Costa, Greg's, Subway, Boost and things like that, you get free stuff on your birthday, like free cakes, free donuts from Krispy Kreme, and a lot of them will just give you free stuff for downloading the app anyway. So if you're not already doing it, just do that, get the free stuff, and then offload the app. Like, light work, I would recommend. So this week, obviously, I've been going around and collecting all my stuff, and I went to Boost today to collect a free drink in Boost Liverpool Street, and there was a guy behind me in the queue, and he was super handsome, but I was just kind of ignoring it, and then he moved to the side of me as I was ordering so I could see him, and I was like, this man is unreal, like, so ridiculously good looking. Like, I don't have a type, but he was like tall, dark skin, earrings, like teeth were and then I was like, okay, I need to look away from this man because I'm probably making him feel so uncomfortable. Like, I was being subtle about it, but I was like, I don't want to make him feel uncomfortable. Let me look away from this man, blah, 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 blah. And then we're standing there for a while because the queue's quite long. And then I go up to do it, and it's my birthday, so I'm explaining to the cashier, like, oh, I'm just redeeming my birthday voucher, blah, 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 blah. He gives me my drink. I'm trying to find a straw. I'm like, where are the straws? I can't see it. It's right next to him and like hidden. And this guy's just staring at me, like looking around, like, what am I supposed to? Am I supposed to get my own straw? Like, what's going on? And then I find it, take it out. We're giggling now at me and the way that I've behaved. He looks down to me, I look up to him, and he's like, happy birthday. And I'm like, oh, thank you so much. He's smiling at me. This point, I'm like, that's it. I'm in love. I realized that people give you the smallest amount of attention and I run with it. When I say run with it, for the next 4 hours, I completely dissociated from reality and was just envisioning our life together. Like, because I was walking home, and usually it's like a 30-minute walk from the station. Like, I had my headphones in and I was on the tube, and it's like 2 hours, and I just didn't have my headphones today, so I was like, I've got to have something else to do, and I love coming up with scenarios. So I was planning our whole lives. We've been through a lot together, and then I went to go get on the train because it's outside the train station, and I was like, fuck, I need to go back to this guy, but I was like, is it a bit too much? Like, he hasn't really shown that much interest. He's actually just said happy birthday, like, he didn't look at me before, but he's so gorgeous. And and I looked, I think his name was like Marcus or something, he had like a tag on, and I was like, like, I really wish I was talking to this guy. Anyway, so then I get to the platform, and I'm like, my train doesn't come for 20 minutes, so I'm just gonna sit here and hope that he comes down the platform, and we see each other. I just saw the most unbelievably stunning man, like, in my entire life, and he wished me happy birthday as we were getting our booths together, and I wish I'll show his number. I'm so annoyed that I didn't. I'm gonna go back. No, I can't. We'll attach it now. See each other. He did not, but that's fine. It's fine. And then I was envisioning like 100 different ways that we were going to see each other again, and how we get together. We have a pregnancy together, and she's like, we have a whole lifetime together. We're out in LA, like, there's a lot that is going on. This guy doesn't even know my name. Just planned out our entire future together. Is that crazy? Am I the crazy one? It's just fun though, like it's fun. I just envision all these stories in my head. I'm a writer, I'm a songwriter, like it's got to come from somewhere, and it comes from me envisioning these perfect men that are written by me as a woman who don't exist. And that's like the problem. Like a lot of people say you don't like me, you like the idea of me, like with love as well, that you don't want to date. They like meet the person, you're like, oh, you don't really live up to like the standard of how I thought you'd be, if that makes sense, which is so unfair to the person, because we're all humans, and like these are like dream people we're making in our head. But I just want to meet someone like that. Like I don't know, I'm not ready for a relationship, and I don't want that, and I don't have the time, but I'm a hopeless romantic. So for the foreseeable future, I will be living vicariously through all of the books that I read, which is what I've been doing for the last few years. Anyway, but I thought I'd show you some of the books that I was gifted for my birthday, because obviously everyone knows that I love a good read. I've got a whole shelf, so yeah. So this is called Lessons in Chemistry. I don't actually know what it's about. Okay. I love this. I think it's like a really like feminist kind of book, which is me to a T.
Racist, misogynistic, or any sort of phobic is quite a base. I would expect that as like the base level to anybody that I would ever spend time with. But yeah.
That's a whole other thing. And then another book I got is this one called here. It's Anon, Please, which I feel like is like it's like a version of Gossip Girl, which I love Gossip Girl. So I'm really excited to read this. Yeah, I can't wait. I've been watching New Girl. I'm on like season 7, so invested. It's like such a wholesome show, because I have a really vivid imagination, which we know from The Hopeless Romantic and like from the writing, to the point where I have to be really careful what I consume. Light-hearted romance stuff I love to talk about. Oh, quickly, the Selena Hailey drama. Like, 2 successful women. One might be a bit mean. Just leave them alone. They're grown people. Like, the man in that situation is so obviously the problem. But yeah. So what do we think of this as the new background, guys? Do we like it? Maybe I could do it like a bit, I don't know. It's still got my skylight in. It's like the first time I've actually filmed it Safe Sundays, like in the evening. And you can really tell from the lighting. With 3 episodes in, you definitely know the drill by now. Good night!